Hello everyone, it's me again. My name is Ronford and I'm 10 years old. Today I'm going to read my book On the Banks of Plum Creek, written by Laura Ingalls Wilder, illustrated by Garth Williams. You ready? Let's go. School. Monday morning came. As soon as Laura and Mary had washed their breakfast dishes, they went up the ladder and put on the Sunday dresses. Mary's was blue sprig calico. Laura was red springed. Mom braided the hair very tightly and band the ends with thread. They could not wear the Sunday hair ribbons because they might lose them. They put on their sunbonnets, freshly washed and ironed. Then Mom took them into the bedroom. She knelt down by the box where she kept her best things, and she took out 3 books. They were the books she had studied when she was a little girl. One was a speller, one was a reader, and one was a arithmetic. She looked solemnly at Mary and Laura. They were solemn too. I'm giving you these books for your very own Mary and Laura, Ma said. I know you will take care of them, study them faithfully. Yes, Ma, she said. She gave Mary the books to carry. She gave Laura a little tin pail with a lunch in it. Under a clean cloth, goodbye, she said. Be good girls. Ma and Carrie stood in the doorway, and Jack went with them down the road. He was puzzled. They went across the grass where the 2 tracks of Pa's wagon wheels went, and Jack stayed close beside Laura. When they came to the ford of the creek, he sat down and warned anxiously. Laura had to explain to him that he must not come any farther. She stroked his big head and tried to smooth out the worried wrinkles, but he watched and frowning while they waded across the shallow. They waded carefully and did not splash their clean dresses. Her blue arrow rose from the water, flapping away with his long legs dangling. Laura and Mary stepped carefully onto the grass. They would not walk in the dusty road tracks under their feet were dry because their feet must be clean when they came to town. The new house looked small on the snow with a great green prairie spreading far out around it. Ma and Carrie got inside. All Jack was said watching by the ford. Mary and Laura walked on quietly. They were sparkling on the grass. Larks were singing. Snakes were walking on the long, thin grass. Prairie ants were clucking and tiny. Prairie chicks were peeping. Rabbits stood up with paws dangling, long ears twitching, and their round eyes staring at Mary and Laura. Pa said that town was only 2.5 miles away, and the road would take them to it. They would know they were in town when they came to our house. Large white clouds sailed in an enormous sky, and the gray shadows swept across the waving prairie grasses. The road always ended a little way ahead. But when they came to that ending, the road was going on. It was only the tracks of Pa's wagon to the grass. For pity's sake, Laura said. Mary, keep your sunbonnet on. Who will grown as Indian? And what will the town girls think of us? I don't care, said Laura, laughing bravely. You do too, said Mary. I don't either, said Laura. You do, I don't. You went as scared of town as I am, said Mary. Laura did not answer. After a while, she took hold of a sunbonnet strings and pulled the sunbonnet up over her head. Anyway, there's 2 of us, Mary said. She went on and on. After a long time, they saw town. It looked like small blocks of wood on the prairie. When the road slipped down, they saw the grasses again and the sky. They saw the town again. All its larger smoke went up from the stone pipes. Clean, grassy road ended in dust. This dusty road went by a small house and past the store. The store had porch with steps. Beyond the store, there was a blacksmith shop. It stood from the road, with bare plates in front of it, Says it's a big bed and the letter upon made a bellows puff. A red coals. He took a white hot iron out of coals. He talked, he swung a big hammer there on it. Whang! Dozens of sparks flew out of the tiny inner daylight. Beyond the bare place was black of building. Laura and Mary and Laura walked close to the side of this building. The ground was hard, there was no more grass to walk on. In front of this building, another wide, dusty road. Across the road, Mary and Laura stopped. They looked across the dust at the front of two more stores. They heard the confused nurse Sharon's voice. Pa's road did not go any farther. Come on, said Mary. Low, but she stood still. It's the school where we hear the hollering. Pa said we could hear it. Laura wanted to turn right and run all the way home. Saving the sand, Mary was slowly walking. Out into the dust, they turned towards the noise of voices. They went padding along between two stores. They passed piles of boards and shingles. It must be a lumber where Pa got the boards for the new house. Then they saw the schoolhouse. It was out on a prairie beyond the end of dusty road. A long path went toward it through grass. Boys and girls were in front of it. Laura went around the path towards her and Mary came behind her. All those girls and boys stopped their noise and looked. Laura kept on going nearer and nearer all those eyes, and suddenly, without meaning to, she swung the dinner pail. Called out, "You all sounded like just a flock of prairie chickens." They were surprised, but they were not as much surprised as Laura. She was ashamed. Mary gasped, "Laura!" Then a freckled boy with a fire-colored hair yelled, "Snaps yourselves! Snipes! Snipes! Long legs snipes!" Laura wanted to sink down and hide her legs. Her waist was too short. It was shorter than the town squirrel's wrists. So was Mary. Before they came to Plum Creek, Pa had said, "Yes?" Had said they were out for those races. The bare legs did look long and spindly like Snipes' legs. All the boys were about to yell, "Snipes! Snipes!" The red-headed girl began pushing his voice and said, "Shut up, you make too much noise. Shut up, Sandy," said to the red-headed boy. "Shut up." She came close to Laura and said, "My name is Chris Kennedy. And that very boy is my brother Sandy. But he doesn't mean any harm. What's her name?" Her red tail was braced, her tummy said the brace was stiff. Her eyes were dark blue, almost black. Her round cheeks were freckled. Someone hung down her back. "Is that your sisters?" she said. "Those are my sisters." Some big girls were talking to Mary. The big ones, Nettie, and the black hair was Cassie, and then Donald, and me and Sandy. "How many brothers and sisters do you have?" "Two," Laura said. "That's Mary. Carrie's the baby. She's golden hair too. And we have a bulldog named Jack. We are Brooklyn. Where do you live?" "That's probably ride two big horses." That was, "Yes, that's Sam and David, our Christmas horses. He got from our house. He can buy it too," said Christy. "It's a hat before you come to Peter's store and post office before you get to Black and Big shop. Miss Emma Peters, our teacher. That's Nellie Austin." Nellie also was very pretty. Her yellow hair hung in long curls, two big ribbon bows on top. Her wrists were thin white stone with little blue flowers scattered over it, and she wore shoes. She looked at Laura and she looked at Mary, and she wrinkled up her nose. She said, "Country girls." Anyone said, could say a bird. A young lady stood in the schoolhouse door swinging the bell in her hand. All the boys and girls hurried by her into the schoolhouse. She was a beautiful young lady. Her brown hair was braids and bangs over her brown eyes and down thick braids behind. But this sparkled all the way down the front of her bodice, and the skirt was long black tassy and fast round. Behind the beak puffed and loose. Her face was sweet and her smile was lovely. She laid her head on Laura's shoulder and said, "You are a very new little girl, aren't you?" "Yes, ma'am," said Laura. "Is your sister a teacher?" asked smiling at Mary. "Yes, ma'am," said Mary. "Then come with me," said the teacher, "and I will write your names in my book." They went with her the whole length of the schoolhouse and stepped on the platform. The schoolhouse was a room made of new boards. The ceiling was underneath of shingles and arctic shielding. Long benches stood one behind one another. Down the middle of the room they were made of blank boards. Each bench had a peg and two chairs stuck at the back over the beach behind. Only the front bench did not have any chairs in front of it, and the last bench did not have any back. This chapter is actually quite long. There were two glass windows in each side of the schoolhouse. They were open and so was the door. And the wind came in, sound of waving grasses, smell, sight of endless prairie, and great light of the sky. Laura saw all this while, and she stood with Mary by teacher's desk. They told the names and how old they were. She did not move her head, but her eyes looked around. A water pail stood on the bench of the door. A bottom broom stood in one corner. On the wall behind teacher's desk, there was a smooth base of boards, painted black. Under it was a little trough. Some kind of short white sticks lay in the trough, and a block of wood with a woolly bit of sheepskin, pulled tightly around it and nailed it down. Laura wondered what those things were. Mary showed the teacher how much she could. Okay, so we're gonna stop here a bit. I'm just so tired. Yeah. Okay, so I need this one right here. We're tired. Was about 10 minutes for this chapter, and we need to read 2. We need to get to 20. So, of course, there it is. Sheepskin. No, I don't know how to read it back. Wait, sheepskin? Why not sheepskin? It's like the sheep, the skin of it. So not actually, like, don't really cost much. You know, it can be a lot, okay? Or of course, it's like something that we can easily know. Of course, yeah. So we're gonna, like, relax a bit. I do feel so tired. And you know, of course, it's like 9 o'clock now, no. Maybe 10. But you know what? I want to eat something because I'm a bit hungry. So okay, we're gonna start reading and start reading. Takes about a minute. She could read. Since they were sure all the letters, well, you can begin at the beginning, Laura said. Teacher, Mary can stay far on. Have you have slates? Do not have a slate. I will lend you mine, teacher said. You cannot learn to write without a slate. So lifting up the top of her desk, they took out the slate. Desk was made like a tall box, with outside cut for knees. The top rose up on the bottom hinges, and under was the place where she kept things. Her books were there and a ruler. Laura did not know until they heard that the ruler was to punish anyone who fidgeted or whispered. And anyone who was naughty to walk up to the teacher and hold her hand while the teacher said it many times, hard with the ruler. Laura and Mary never whispered at school. They always tried not to fidget. Sat side by side on the bench and studied. Mary's feet rested on the floor and Laura then showed. She held their books open on the bookshelf before them. Laura studied at the front of the book and Mary studying. Farther on at the pages, each extending straight up. Laura was the whole class by herself because she was not only people who could not read. Whenever teacher taught, she called Laura to a desk and helped her read letters. Just for readers, as at first Laura was able to read C-A-T, cat. Suddenly she remembered and said P-A-T, pet. The teacher was surprised. R-A-T, rat, said teacher. M-A-T, met. And Laura was reading. She could read the whole first row in the speller. At noon, or after teacher went home to dinner. Her mother took the dinner pail and sat in the grass against the shade shine of an empty schoolhouse. They ate the bread, the butter, and chalk. I like school, Mary said. So does Laura. Only makes my legs tired. But that's nearly all the sin. They called us country girls. We are country girls, Mary. Yet she didn't need wrinkle nose or say. So goodbye, Sarah, when I say.